Welcome back to Robot Reviews. Let's take a look at Paradym X. This was like an outlier of the line this year. We didn't see a lot of sales, but good driver.
Yeah, no, typically we get some better players for the most part, so, you know, we're probably a little skewed towards better player side, which, you know, don't try this as often as they should. I think we missed the boat a little bit on this. This thing was super forgiving.
Yeah, well, look at the shape of it, first of all. That is a standout. It's a much longer from front to back. So you're saying, oh, this is going to launch a bit more, and it's definitely going to be a bit more stable. Got the same attributes with the little heel, like kind of draw bias look to it there.
Right.
But we lose the left to right adjustability.
Yes. Yeah, this is draw bias all around. And you can see that a little bit from the graphs. You know, nothing's right. And typically we do see stuff right. Actually, right. Nothing's off the fairway.
I was going to say, nothing's right, left, or up or down.
It wasn't the hottest driver we tested.
No.
So that may be why it didn't win as much. But my guess is we didn't try it enough either. Because as far as, you know, keep it in the fairway, it's fantastic.
Yeah, not for a toe strike particularly, but the heel is killer.
Right.
You certainly draw bias because we're seeing those ones. Yeah, our producer Jared earlier just said, you know, we've seen drivers that have ended up in the trees on the right. This thing has not done that.
No. So
that's definitely helping to bring the ball back a little bit. And what is unexpected, but I think contributes to that draw bias and the help for the right leak, is that the spin launches are lower than I would expect for these.
Yep.
But that obviously does help those players that are cutting it.
Yeah, Callaway across the board was probably one of the lower spinning, you know, brands this year. Everything was relatively low spin, which is not great for everybody, but, you know, a lot of people it obviously is. But this one's still relatively low spin.
Yeah, I mean,
even as deep a center of gravity it is and forgiving it is. So
yeah,
the only thing it gives up a bit on is, you know, how hot it was in the center.
I'm excited for next year, knowing what we know now about the data and having to, you know, sift through it. There's going to be drivers that I'm going to put in more people's hands because we've got prior knowledge. I think that's important.
Yeah, it's not one thing, you know, you're into the season now like we are, and the fitters are all used to all these things. But although, like I said, we're noticing some things in there that you know, people you probably should have given some drivers to that you never thought of.
Yep.
For sure. So it's definitely an advantage to have this stuff ahead of time, and you know, we just did this in the summer, so it's already out. But we definitely want to get everything done before next year.
Yeah.
I think we'll find some different recommendations.
It's going to be a busy Christmas.
Yeah. All right.
Cheers, Mark.
Cheers.